You want my property? You can't have it, but I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace. What more do you want? Today. How's it going, everyone? I am Walter the Film Hermit, and today I'm going to be doing a quick, tiny review, but mostly a review of the packaging for Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is actually one of my favorite MCU movies. It's not on the top 10 or anything like that, but anything with Robert Downey Jr. I tend to like a lot. This movie, when it originally came out, I was a little disappointed in it because I held the first Iron Man in such high regard at the time back in 2008. So when this came out in 2010, it was kind of like one of those things where no movie can really live up to your expectations. Well, one of the things at the time that did live up to my expectations was Robert Downey Jr. himself, his performance. When I rewatch this film, I always laugh at all the moments he has, especially when he's in front of the senators and.
You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
There's just so many different funny moments. The moment where he gets served to present himself in Washington and the attitude he has with the marshal. What was the line? It's like, show him the badge. He likes the badge. There's a lot of really great funny moments in this movie, and it's just a movie that I just like to revisit and have a lot of fun with. It may not be the best MCU movie, but it is definitely a lot of fun. There's a lot of great performances in this as well. Mickey Rourke plays the villain in the film. And Gary Shandling, the late Gary Shandling, actually plays the senator that he's mouthing off to when he's in Washington. And Don Cheadle makes his first appearance as Rhodey. And this was kind of controversial at the time because back in the 90s, a lot of times what they would do, they would switch black actors in big films all the time thinking that no one would notice. And they did it this time, and they just had to go with it. And I like Don Cheadle, and I like, I like the actor that played the role before, and I'm going to ruin this because I'm going to forget his name. Damn. Terrence Howard. Boom. Only took me a couple seconds. I'm getting up there in age. Sometimes it takes me a long to get there. I like both actors. But there was a story about what happened with Terrence Howard. You guys can look up online. I'm not going to go into that right now. But Terrence Howard was replaced with Don Cheadle. And basically, Don Cheadle has played the role from 2010 on. And apparently he's going to be getting a TV show playing the character as well. I think it's called, I got to look it up. It's Iron Wars. I believe that's what it's called. But Iron Man 2, this is my 4K Steelbook. We're going to take a closer look at the 4K Steelbook. And since this came out in 2010, there was no 4K back then. I used to have a regular Steelbook. So we'll take a look at both of them and some other copies I have of the film and go from there. Okay, so this is actually the slipcover edition that came out in 2010 when the film was originally released. Now, I ended up losing the one that I originally had bought in 2010, but I found this one in a Goodwill store for really cheap, and I decided I wanted to add it to my collection because it's one of my favorite movies. And I remember I posted on a online movie Facebook group, and I was really happy about my purchase, and everyone made fun of me and they said that $10 is too much. So, but again, I'm happy to have it. It's the real cool thing about this, and try not to get too much of a glare, it actually has embossing on the Iron Man suit on the box, so I think that's really cool. So there's nothing really to see when I open this up here, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the Steelbooks. So when it came to Steelbooks back when Iron Man 2 came out, there was no, I'm gonna take it out of this packaging because there's too much glare. Too much glare going on here. So let's take it out. So there was no 4K Steelbooks back then. But eventually Zavvi decided to do lenticular Steelbooks for the whole MCU line. So I didn't buy all of them. I just bought the ones that I needed. But that's Iron Man 2 for UK. And let me take out the 4K Steelbook. And honestly, I like the Blu-ray transfer better than the 4K transfer, and I knew that was going to be the case because a lot of these are 2K digital intermediates anyway. But I bought these 4K Steelbooks just for the Steelbooks, not for the transfers, which is very rare. I don't usually do that, but for the MCUs I made an exception. So let's take a quick look and take this lenticular off on the UK one. One cool thing about this Steelbook, really nice embossing there, very nice embossing. And not so much on Iron Man, but pretty much there. It's got it. So let's open her up and take a look. No art on the inside, but you got an image of Iron Man flying there. So let's take a look at the 4K. Oh, did I show you guys the back? Make sure I show you the back. You got War Machine on the back. Pretty cool. All right, so then let's take a look at the J card. Oh, it's still stuck. I never took it off apparently from the Blu-ray. It's still stuck on there pretty darn good. The J card is pretty similar to the J card they made originally for the original Blu-ray. They just took this and made it smaller and put more information in there. Let's set this inside here and let's take a quick look at this one. So we got Iron Man 2 with the new Iron Man suit there. Let me make sure I redeemed this digital copy, but I'm gonna take it out anyway. And let's take a look at the back. And take a look at the spine. I didn't look at the spine on this one. You get good spines on both of them. And you got an arc reactor on the back. Gotta take that glue off. And then let's open her up. We have the new artwork on the 4Ks. This is the artwork they used on the slipcover editions when these came out. And in Best Buy fashion, they added artwork to the Blu-ray disc because that was never there before, which is nice. So we got a nice picture of Iron Man inside the Steelbook. And there's actually 3 discs in this set. There's a bonus disc that they did not include in any future releases. So if you have this one, it's good to hold on to because you have that bonus disc of exclusive features. So cool. So that is my quick little reveal of Iron Man 2 on 4K UHD. Okay, so that was my quick review of the Best Buy Steelbook for Iron Man 2. I might do a ranking for the MCU movies, but whenever I did that in the past, that would constantly change because the next MCU movie comes out and it blows the last one away and then everything shifts down in number. So we'll see. But again, this is a film that I didn't like crazy like the first when I first saw it, but it's grown over me over the years. And I did a really bad line reading when I first started the video, but the only line I probably would have maybe read instead was the whole bird thing, which was just completely stupid.
We got you the bird, pal.
This is not my boat.
What do you mean? That's the bird. This is the bird. Yeah. Pulled a lot of streets to get this bird. This is a great bird. It's a beautiful. We got this all the way from Russia.
Yeah, stupid. I love that sequence. It's hilarious. So if you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. Thank you all for your support, and I hope you have a great night. Bye.